Hi everyone, it's Anne here from annshappystampers.co.uk and I'm back with another tutorial. Now today what we're going to make is like a lovely like presentation box folder for a CD, and one of my lovely customers, Lorna, had asked if I could make one, and so this is for Lorna. So I hope you like it, Lorna. Right, and the stamp set I'm using is the gorgeous Oh So Succulent, and the other day I posted this DSP which I made on Facebook on various groups and stuff, and honestly I just think it's beautiful. It's on a 12 by 12 and I think it took us about an hour to do, but it looks absolutely gorgeous. I used Sweet Sugar Plum, Elegant Eggplant, Perfect Plum, Wisteria Wonder and Pear Pizzazz, and I just randomly stamped it all over. So we're going to be chopping this up to use it for our project today. So we've got that, and what you're going to need, I've got some little pieces here. Now you need a couple of pieces of cardstock. I'm just getting my notes ready here. So you need two pieces. You need one piece which measures 11 3/4 by 6 3/4, and you also need a piece which is 11 1/8 by 5 1/4. And we're going to need some other little bits, but we'll go through that because that'll be from this piece here. We'll cut them together. And I've got a little piece of Whisper White measuring 4 by 4, and that's going to go on the inside to stamp a little sentiment. And you could also write a little message on there as well. So we are going to start with, we're going to do the inside of our box first, and that one needs to measure 11 3/4 by 6 3/4, so that's the larger piece. We're going to use the larger piece first to do our box. Okay, so take your scoreboard, okay, and we're going to score it on the long side, and we're going to score it at 5 1/8 of an inch. So 5 1/8, 5 5/8. Is that right? 1 2 3 4 5. I nearly scored it in the wrong place there. No, that's right. 5 5/8. 10 3/4 of an inch, and 11 1/4. 11 1/4. Okay, so you should have that, and then turn it to the short side, and we're going to score it at 1/2 an inch, 5 5/8 again, 5 5/8, and 6 1/8. Okay, so you've got one score line at the bottom and you've got two at the top. The two ones here is going to be your top of your box. Okay, so the one with one score line is going to be the bottom. All right, so that's our box scored. So now we've just got to fold and burnish it, and I'm not sure if I said, but this card is Perfect Plum. score them? No, I didn't. Okay, so there's our box. Now take your scissors, okay, and what we need to cut away is, if you start off at this bottom score line here, okay, we need to cut up either side of this little middle square here and just notch in there. Okay, and then you've got two little squares here on the left. We are going to snip away the end square and just cut that on an angle there, and then cut up the right hand side and just take a little wedge out of them. Okay, so you should have that now, and then turn it round so you've got your two score lines on the facing you. And then what you need to do is, you've got two little squares in the middle, just cut down either side of them. Okay, so you've got that. Remove this top square here because we don't need it, and then just take a little notch out of either side. Okay, and then move over to this square here. Let me see what we've got going on, because that's going to be the back of our little box, like this. Yeah, so we need to cut, I think we only keep one on yet. We need to cut the two end ones away, and again just a little mitre in there, and then cut this top one away, and then cut down there and notch into those two. Okay, so that's what we'll have. So we need to get rid of this whole section here. We need to cut this away. Okay, so you should have that now. And then these two sections here, we're just going to round the corners of that one. If I can find my corner rounder. So we'll just round the corners. Okay, so the idea is, you've got your little box that will open close in there. The bottom will get sealed up completely, and that's what will be our little CD box. But then we're going to create like a little book type of thing to wrap around it. Okay, so what I want to do now, that's going to be the front, that's the back. I want to cut my DSP, the one that I made, and get this on. So I'm just going to double check the sizes, but I think we need them both to be 5 by 5. Yeah, we do. So we want 2 pieces which are 5 by 5. And we're going to cut that out of this beautiful paper here. So I'm going to take the trimmer and I'm just going to cut 5 and then 5 again, and 5 again. And then we need a little skinny piece for the side, which is 5 by 3/8 of an inch. So 3/8. Goodness, I don't quite know what that would be. 3. Oh, I can work that bit out in a minute. Right. And we can get these stuck on to just decide which way up you like them. I'm going to have this here like this, and this one on here. Okay, that's just for the front and the back of our box. So for that, I'm just going to use some Tombow. Oh no, I'm actually telling a lie, because we only need it. We only need it on the front. Yeah, we only need one actually for now, because we're not going to see the back. So ignore me, just cut one piece at 5 by 5 and attach this to what will be the front of your little CD box. Okay, so that will be there. Yeah, and we don't, the side pieces I'm thinking of is for the other cover. So yeah, all we need for this is one 5 by 5 piece of our designer series paper, and now we can get this together. So we need a piece of tape down here. I'm just going to use some fuse here for quickness. Okay, so oh, it's sticking all over the place. So if you just fold that in, it should meet up there quite nicely. Okay, like that. And then we want this one in here, and we want this one to go over here. So I'm actually going to put a little bit of glue just on these little bottom tabs here, so they don't flap around, and then stick them onto that one there. And then some Tombow on here, and this will get folded over. Okay, and then this bit should just fold straight in like so. And there's your cute little CD box. But before we finish this bit off, we just need to punch a finger hole. So I've got a 1-inch circle punch, and I'm just going to pop it in, and about halfway down the punch, just punch that little finger hole out so you can actually get in and get it open. Okay, so that's our lovely little box there. And now we're going to move on to our cover. So this is the piece which measures 11, did I say 11 1/8 by 5 1/4. Okay, and I'm going to take the trimmer to score this because I need to score it at a 16th of an inch. So if we pop it in, and we need to score the long side at 5 5/16. So if we just count 5 of those little marks, 5 of them, so that's 1 2 3 4 5. So score it at 5 5/16, and then at 5 7/8. Okay, and that's it for your little book, which will create like a, well, like I've just said, like a book kind of effect. And then the CD case is actually going to get stuck onto there, so it'll open and close like a little book. Yeah, and the bits I got confused about before, where we need a thin strip for there and we need a thin strip for there, a piece for there, and we're going to cut that out of the rest of our paper. Okay, sorry about that everyone, my camera was going to run out. So we've just done our outside piece. The 5 by 5 piece that I cut out before, that'll be for the front of our little folder. And I've managed to cut out a little piece which is 5 by 3/8 of an inch, and that is going to go on the side of our little book like that. Okay, so I think what we will do first is that little piece of Whisper White that I cut out before, that is just going to go on the left hand side there, and we're going to stamp a little sentiment on there. So I'm just going to stick this down with some fast fuse. Okay, so I'm just going to try and get this quite central on here, like so. And from the same stamp set, Also Succulent, I've got Happy Birthday to a Very Special Person, and I'm going to stamp that on with Sweet Sugar Plum because we have got Sweet Sugar Plum in our card. Okay. Alright, and then I'm just going to stamp that roughly in the centre, but maybe it's just a little bit higher. Okay, that looks pretty. And I'd already cut out from the same stamp set, well, the bundle, there's these lovely little flowers here, and they kind of have little bits you can lift up as well. And I was just going to pop one just down there, and I'll show you which ones they are actually. Which one is it? Yeah, it's that one here. You can see it's got like the little cut out pieces. So I'm just going to stick this on with a bit of glue in the middle. Like so. And you could put some Wink of Stella on, but I don't have any left. I'm actually waiting for some coming, so I think that would look quite pretty on there. And then I think we'll get our DSP stuck on here now. So we'll have this on here. Just use some Tombow for this as well. Yeah, that looks beautiful. I absolutely love this design that I did. It's so pretty. And then we've got our little thin piece here, which we can just put a little bit of glue on here. Just stick that there. And then the last, well, nearly the last thing to do is I'm just going to pop some glue on the back of our box. Because Tombow does dry really quickly. Make sure you get the top bit here, and we're just going to stick it just beside the score line. Don't actually put it on the score line down here. You want to just leave a gap. And you see, just because otherwise you'll have trouble opening and folding, closing your little box. So you can actually get inside here with your bone folder. Make sure it's all stuck. And your CD will go in there, and then it just closes like that, like a little book. I think it's so cute. You know, and you can write a little sentiment there, or you could even put some Whisper White or something on the back and write a sentiment on there. And the last thing, I've got some Sweet Sugar Plum ribbon, and I'm just going to cut some off and tie a bow middle here. So yeah, I hope you like this, Lorna. I hope it's the kind of thing you were after. I mean, you know, if it's not, just say. I'm sure I can sort something else out. But I don't think I have. I haven't done any kind of project for a CD before, so I'll just trim them a bit. Yeah, there you have it. Cute little CD box. You know, you can do them in any colour, any way you like, and ideal to gift a nice, to gift a CD rather than just giving it, you know, in a bit of paper or just as it is. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial, and I will be back again on Friday, yeah, for another. So thanks for watching, take care, and bye for now.